I think we're there. Evening all. As per usual, if we're coming through loud and clear and you can see what's going on your end, give us a thumbs up under the video, then I know it's working okay. Or type something in the comments or whatever. Just give us a second or two to see if anything's coming through. Oh yeah, there we are. Evening Peter. We've got a slight delay again tonight. We had past few nights, there's been a bit of a longer delay than usual from video going out to comments and things coming in. So I don't know why that is. I might have to look at the settings or something. Probably YouTube changed something again. Anyway, whatever. Right, so I've been a bit busy today, just trying to catch up with things because it was bank holiday yesterday. So I discovered when I went out to do some things, and everywhere was shut. Hey ho, never mind. So what went on to, I put these couple of machines back up again. I've also done better descriptions this time of the Pillwin and the hoops machine, because for some reason they didn't get a proper description last time. Well, they didn't sell. Anyway, there we are. So the Pillwin, as it says, nice unrestored visual condition. The backflash is really good on it. The paint is pretty good. There's a little bit of loss sort of along the, sort of the corners really, but I'm not sure you really want to strip it and redo it. It's nice original paint. Serial number 2599 stamped on it. There's locks, but there's no keys, and it's locked, but the back has been unscrewed, which you can see from the video, and it's all there and it works. So you just need to carefully take the locks out, take them to your locksmith and get some new keys cut basically. And then the hoops machine, that's had a repainted cabinet, a nice kind of speckly. Backflash artwork's all original though, and it's all good condition. Original balls, lock and key. There wasn't one on the photograph originally, there was a lock with it. I mislaid the key, so I had to take the lock off. I found it then and put the lock back on with the key, so it has got lock and key, even though you don't see it in the photograph. That's that one. The other ones I think were okay. They had descriptions before. There's some other bits. I put up some award cards. There's still a whole load of spares to go through yet. I just haven't time to sort of sift through them and see what there is. But we'll try and get them more up over the next few days on those. Some back doors, some more bandit bits. I think they're mostly Jennings and Mills, I think. Some paste doors, Jennings back door. I think the Watling base plate. Bits and bobs. Anyway, a good assortment, so I'll get some more of those up as well. Evening Peter, Ian Peter and Paul and Scruffy Herbert, whose name I can't remember, sorry, at the moment, so I'll just have to call you Scruffy Herbert. Yeah, so that's where we're at with that. So obviously there's no sale prices to report tonight. There will be next Tuesday, because all this lot finishes this Sunday. So loads of spares and quite a few lots of coins as well. So have a look for all that lot, see if there's anything you need. Another Paul, that's it, yeah, all Peters and Pauls. So it makes it easy, doesn't it? You call everybody Peter or Paul. Yeah, so what I've been doing today, well, in between everything my other jobs, is just putting a few more archivey bits up, and some more interesting pictures have been sent to us, which we'll have a look at in a minute. So I put up, we go on the old cup of tea page here. This was interesting, I found. The Sega basketball was made in America under license, so it was made by Midway, but it's still the Sega machine. So there we are. I've got 2 listings for the basketball now. I can't remember what I had one of these, a Sega Rifleman. We had it on site for a little while, sold it. I remember selling it, but I can't remember selling it. I think we had it at Bygone Times Arcade. I think it was there for a bit. All worked, had a roll of tickets with it and everything. I can't remember who bought it, who I sold it to. It's not in the current sale results, so it's obviously a long time ago. But yeah, it's quite a fun machine, really. You shot a target and it gave you a little card out with your score, which I think it was a pin made holes in the tickets. So there's one of those around somewhere. Can't remember who bought it. What else? Who sent me this one? Peter Cousins, I think. Hill climb, Bally Hill climb, which is a motorbike themed one with a big rotating drum. Same thing. There's loads of machines based on this concept. There's the Aaron's steerer car, which I think might have been the first. Then there was which is in the 30s. Myers road tests did single and double versions. There's the Mills one. Exhibit did one. Musioscope, I think, did one. Loads of people. It was like the one you sat down and drove and the car moved. We had one of those in the auction a while back, didn't we? I don't think it's sold, but what was that one called? I think that was the Mills one, isn't it? Let's have a look. Where are we? Can't remember what I put it under. Skill games, probably. Driving games, there we are. No, I haven't got a picture of it there. Oh yeah, Brighton Run. It's quite good fun. But yeah, all kind of that same rotating drum principle. The Rutter and Walker Road test. Yeah, I remember selling that one. It's funny how that we were saying that the concept from years back just get reinvented. That simple idea. I think, although I've got down here Myers from 1931 and Aaron's from 36. I think Aaron's was actually first. There's one. There's a picture of one in Carter's book. That one ended up in America, and I've got one. It's the only two I know of. So when I can get to mine to dig it out, I'll take a picture of it. But if you have a look in Carter's book, his one, as was, is in there. So yeah, so that's quite interesting, I thought. What else did we have? Go back to the right page would help, wouldn't it? Well, the periscope machine, these are very interesting. I was reading up a bit on the history of these. There was a 3-player version, massive thing. And there's sort of discussion, arguments going on as to exactly what the first machine Sega made themselves was, because the Bandits that started off at about 57 were Mills, really. Then they made them themselves, and so on and so on. And this, I think, is about 66-ish. The basketball was also sort of 66-ish. Yeah, it's all quite interesting, really. But then these were made by Midway as well, I think. It all gets a bit hairy as to who made what. Interesting stuff. Peter says another shooting machine remade by Harry Levy as a sharpshooter. Oh, like the Sega one. Oh, all right. It was the M1. Did some filming for Salvage Hunters and Restorers. I've not seen that. Is that out yet? Has that been out? I don't know. Which is about the M1. Oh, due to air in March. There you go. It's not out yet. Keep an eye out for that then. Which reminds me, I think Father Brown started again today. About, I think it goes on after the 1 o'clock news on BBC One. So you'll see some of my stuff in that I built. Some of the fairground stuff. I think the Punch and Judy things are in it. And there's an illusion box I built for a sword illusion. Oh, I don't know, all sorts of bits and bobs I built for it this year. Anyway, they'll all be on the iPlayer. If I spot anything that's interesting, I'll let you know. Sega things. This, I mean, it's only a Law Sega, which is not overly exciting. Brochure. What was interesting, for those of you who like your Bandits, is that I didn't know. I have sold one of these, or two of these Sega kind of X stands in the past. but in this little brochure it says it was made expressly for this dream machine. So there you go, you learn something every day. Tells you all about it on that page. So that was that one. Mini match. I think did I show these the other day? I can't remember the mini match. I think I did those ones. So that's where we're at with those. Lots more to go as I get them sorted out and try and scan them in and square them up and make them nice and tidy and everything else. Or if I find them on the internet or whatever. I try and do my best to make decent images of them, because some of them have got filing holes in them or big folds across them or whatever, so you spend a little time photoshopping them out and trying to make them look a bit nicer, so they're a bit nicer images. There we are. Father Brown started yesterday. Oh, did it? I knew it was starting this week. Oh, there you are. So somewhere here, I haven't had time to do much with these photos, so they're all different sizes, I'm afraid, as they come up on the screen. But when I get them uploaded to the website, obviously they'll be a bit better, and again I'll crop them in and tidy them up in a bit better. So who sent, I can't remember who sent what, I think Dave Pratt, I think, sent these in. Nice flyer for the Jennings Sentry. I think somebody wants one of those at the moment, if I remember rightly. I think there's a wanted on the website. Machine, I mean, rather than the flyer. Yes, got £2,000 at the moment on the table for one of those, if anybody's got one. So these, as I say, I'll you see this one's like got file holes in it and big folds across the bottom. So when I get 5 minutes, I'll just something I potter with now and again, tidy these up, and I'll upload them to the website. And try and get some of the crinkles and tears out of them. The new Century triple track blender, so that's quite nice. This Peter Cousins, I think, sent this one. Another motorbike machine, Moto something or other. Moto Champ. Can't see in it, but I'm assuming it's that same kind of idea again, probably. With the steering and the little clock to knock up your faults on, presumably. I'll see if I can find a bit more information on that one. I've never seen one. And oh, this was a good one sent in. Peter again. So this image was for sale on Etsy, I think he said, or somewhere at the minute. There's a load of Jameson's machines in there, and this, we don't know what this thing is that these three lads are stood around. Seems to be some sort of, looks like it might be six-sided machine by the, just by the angles. Can't really see where I'm wheeling the mouse, can you? But that thing in the middle, it looks like it's got a dome on the top. David says, it must have been my end, 20 minutes. Hello. Hello. It must have been your end, David. Yes. Everybody else was here working. Yeah, so what this machine is, I don't know, in the middle, if anybody's got any ideas. It's only quite a small image, so we can't zoom into it very heavily. Can I do anything on here? Hang on a minute, let me just try something. I'm trying not to kill the screen while I do it. If I stretch it out, oh yeah, it does zoom in a bit. Let me just do this. Do that. So all the pictures are different sizes now. I just haven't had time to make them all the same size, so sorry, I'll have to fiddle about as we go. But if I put me, can I, hang on a minute, where have I gone? Let me grab me from here. I wonder if my mouse might work then. Hang on a moment. If I copy my Canon camera and plonk me over here like that. Oh, there we are. Now does the mouse work on the screen? No, it doesn't. Okay, let me just shove me over here out of the way a bit. Yeah, so building looks fantastic, looks church-like. Now, Peter, the other Peter, did say where he thought it was. Let me see if I can find the email again. Picture with the three boys is for sale on Memory Lane. It's Scarborough 1964. Think it might be in the foyer of the Futurist Theatre, which was demolished a few years back. It was to the left of Corrigan's, as you can see it on the 1935 picture. Now I might have got that still on here somewhere. Hang on a minute. What do I do with that? Corrigan's, here we are. To the left. Oh yeah, this building. Oh, again, you can't see my mouse, can you? This on the extreme left of this picture. The big building that's in at a sharp angle. That's a Futurist Theatre, which now is not there, unfortunately. Especially if it looked like that on the inside. Let's just zoom out again. Down a bit or something. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, it says there, theatre something. Theatre entrance. Anyway, so we don't know what that middle machine is. If anybody knows. Evening gym. Be interested to know what it is. Right, what's the next picture? Let's have a look. So I think the comments are a little bit behind, so if I'm a bit slow responding to your comments, apologies, but we can always skip back a picture. I'll zoom out again a bit. Sorry, just do this. Like that, there you go. Yeah, basketball champ. No, we sold one of those. In fact, I think I sold two of those. Basketball champ. Are they Midway? I think they might be Midway. No, not Midway. Williams. Chicago coin. Might be Chicago coin. Come to me in a minute. Chicago coin. Yes, we have. Yeah, basketball champ by Chicago coin. So we sold one in May 2016, which I thought at the time could be the only one in the country, and then on the back of selling that one for £3,100, another one suddenly appeared about 8 months later, February 2017. We sold another one for £3,200. A little video over there as well if you want to see how it works. I've got the flyers for it. Yeah, quite impressive machine. Quite a good fun machine to play, actually. That's the 2016 one. Yeah. Apparently it was the most brilliantly lighted, thrill-packed action game ever made. So there you go. How could you not want one of those? Go back to the pictures. So that's one of those. Oh no, these are brilliant. Who sent these in? Jim, I think, sent these in to us. Now these are at Sheringham, I think. Yeah, Tommy's Arcade in Sheringham, up in Norfolk. In, I don't know, judging by the clothing, mid-70s probably. Something like that. That's quite a fancy. Let me just try and zoom in a little bit again on here. Do that. Get back like that. Get the whole picture in. There you go. Yeah, so those rather jazzy skirts. I should say that's probably 70s, isn't it? What we've got there, some Duchesses, some Auto Fruits. I don't know what that one in the middle is, in between the between the two girls there. Look, that kind of creamy coloured machine with the black. Let's try and zoom in a bit more. Bear with me because it's not easy to zoom on this. I'm having to do it in a funny bit of a strange way. So there we go. That's a bit better, isn't it? We know what a Duchess looks like, so let's scroll over here a bit like that. There. That's better. So what's that thing in between the two auto fruits? I don't know. They're playing cards in the top. It's obviously a dial that spins round. In the centre, you can't see on here, but when I zoomed in on the picture, it looked like a little window in the middle of the, in the centre of the big window, if that makes sense. With something, either a light bulb or might even be a Nixie tube or something, maybe, I wondered. It kind of looked like it got that kind of round, could be a Nixie tube thing. Don't know. Don't know what it is. I'm not sure what this one on the right is either. A kind of typical kind of, you know, 60s-ish wall machine, electromechanical with a roulette wheel by the look of it. But yeah, good picture, isn't it? Then we've got another one. Oh, hang on, I can zoom out this one. Sorry, this is a bit haphazard, but bear with me. These would be much easier to look at when they're on the website proper. So this is another one of Tommy's Arcade Sheringham. There's a good long line of machines along there. So I'll zoom back into this one and then we can scroll along and have a look. So if I do this, wrong way. Dear me, making the right hash of this, aren't I? Sorry, folks. Bear with. Let's put a bit more zoominess. Really making you all feel sick and dizzy doing this. There you go, that's a bit better. So what we've got here, we've got a Riviera by the look of it. And a couple of, where did my tea's going cold? Too busy chatting, a couple of Segas. It's Tommy's, apparently. Bother's got a nice matching two-piece frock on there. Look, lovely job for the day out at the seaside. Some great big Formica lump. Put the money's in, don't know what that is. Not sure if there's two machines there or if there's just the one. Don't know. The little kids playing a bell fruit something or other. It looks like probably. Great, sign above the door, free admission. Oh yes, free admission, so there is. A Tutti Frutti Gold Award. Don't remember that one. Obviously a improved version of the Tutti Frutti, deeper than usual. I don't know what the Gold Award does. There's some things at the top of the playfield. Between the first two rows of fruit symbols. Remember, is that the Gold Award perhaps? Don't know. Somebody will know. Who'll know? Paul will probably know. And then we've got what we've got here. Royal Strikes, a couple of those. Which, I don't know who made them. They look a bit bell fruity again or something like that. What have you got? Sega Continental and a couple more. Sega Light Up. There's a Barclay and a. Looks like it's a Bonanza style with a Mad Money top flash on it. All those Segas, they just got converted around so many times. Just swapped around mechs and symbols and fronts and top flashes and everything. That's why they're always, you have a, it will say something on there and something different on the top flash and probably something different on the reels as well. As you probably notice when they come into sale. But yeah, brilliant pictures. I really like those. Let's zoom it right back again. See the whole thing. There's not an easy way to do this live, I'm sorry. That's a put it like that. Oh, there we go. Wish there was. That's it. That's the whole picture. Yeah. But the arcade's still there. I haven't been showing them for years. I assume it probably still is. Oh, it's now a holiday home. Oh, there you go then. It's not still there. So that's that one. What else did we get in? Let's have a look. What's the next picture? Oh, this is one I've seen this one before. Who sent this one? Can't remember, sorry. Peter, I think. Oh, Paul was saying every other line paid a gold award. Oh, this is on the Tutti Frutti. Very hard to get. To try and find a proper picture of one of those and stick it on the website. I'll tell you what I'm intending to do with these photographs in a bit. I've been having to think about it over the past couple of days. Yes, this picture was in America somewhere. I've seen it before. Nice row of shooters. And a voiceograph private recording studio. Make your own record thing. So yeah. Good line of shooters. Oh yeah, another one of Scarborough. So right in the middle there. Now what is this? Because it looks like the theatre's not there on that picture. Is that before the theatre was built? Let me go back to Peter sent this one in again. Found an even earlier photo, not sure the date, looks 20s. I think it was built around 1886, making it nearly 150 years old. So the Corrigan's Arcade building is the one nearly in the centre of the picture. You can't see it, it's quite, but the tower in the middle. These make more sense when all the pictures get together, which is what I want to do. But it looks there, Peter, that the theatre, which we were just talking about, isn't there on that picture. So that's quite interesting. Peter says, how about a book of photos? Yeah, the trouble is with that, with books, doing books of photographs, is copyright issues. So it's one thing when you're not sure of copyright, sticking them up on the website, and then at the absolute worst, someone can say, oh, that's my picture, I own the copyright for that, and you can take it down again, not a problem. Publish something, you can't unpublish it once it's been published, basically, and then you can end up in big copyright claims and things. It's a real bit of a nightmare to do. It was easier. I was saying to somebody else, I've been emailing 2 or 3 people about this who've been sending pictures in over the past couple of days. Back in the good old days of before the internet, if you wanted to use a picture in, or illustration or something for something, it was easy to find out the copyright owner usually, because in every book is published by copyright and the publisher and everything, and all the information, so you could get hold of the publisher, or it'd have a list of who owned the images, etc. So if you wanted to try and track down the owner of an image, you just either go to the publisher or whatever and find it and try and use it again. Now, sort of 30 years of the internet, so many pictures have been copied so many times, plastered all over the internet, that trying to track down who owns something, people start claiming copyright to things when they don't have copyright for them, and it gets really murky and complicated. So I don't know. I'm not really up to date on how the law stands when you make your best effort, as it were, because you could spend days trying to go through a picture and find out, does anybody own the copyright to this or not. So it does get tricky. I was looking on Getty Images at what their licensing fees were, because they've got some really nice pictures on there. But it's £375 per picture to put on a commercial website like mine. You can sort of link to them, but then they put adverts all over them, and that's a bit complicated and murky. You don't get such good images. But yeah, £375 a picture. And video clips, I've got some quite nice little video clips. But you're into, you know, some stuff like that. It'd be nice to put in the video we're doing, video making, Paul's collection. But it can be into like £5 for a 10-second video clip. It's crazy. So, unless we can find people who have got stuff that we can use, archive video might unfortunately be out of the question. If other people have shoved it up on YouTube or something, they can link to it. Obviously I can't put that onto a DVD, but you can perhaps link to it or something. So yeah, it's a bit problematic, unfortunately. Oh, tea's gone cold. Yeah, so that's what else do we have? This is a good example actually. Dave Pratt sent these in. We were talking the other night about all the machines that got destroyed in the Prohibition in America. You've probably seen some of these pictures before. Piled up on boats, chucked in the river, and smashed up with sledgehammers and all sorts. And this is quite a good example. These particular ones have got Photoseum copyright mark on them. I've seen them with other copyright marks on them over the years, and I think they actually, I mean, they did originate from the government in America, and the police departments took these pictures as kind of warnings and put them out in the press and one thing and another at the time. Say, look, you know, we're cracking down, this is what we're doing. If you've got machines, we'll get them, we'll smash them up, and so on and so on. And I haven't been through to find out where they are coming from. What I mean is they're American government pictures, whether they're actually probably free of copyright, because the American government has perhaps released them under the, you know, then they release stuff every so many years, the same as we do here, government files and all that, and it is public information because at the end of the day, the public owns it. So this Photoseum and these other people who are claiming copyright on these and selling these images on eBay and Etsy and everywhere else, I'm not entirely sure they have copyright to them. And again, that's where you get into complications. So they're quite nice pictures. All these roll tops all lined up. A double, whatever that is in the background, double Dewey or something. All waiting to be smashed up. Madness. But yeah. There's one that sledgehammer through them. The mill's height of that one, so it was obviously late 40s. Make a few of you cry. Oh yeah, the one with a nice crane in it, a Buckley, looks like. A Buckley digger, the crane, and in the crane there's two little, they're little valleys, aren't they? I think there's dinky little trade stems, if I remember rightly. Sat in the crane, look. Look at those spare parts, look. Roger would love that, wouldn't he? Big tubs, big barrels full of stuff that's smashed up or waiting to be chucked in the river. Madness. Bursting cherries being burst. Again, these all got Photoseum stamped on them. It's got a hammer and chisel in that one. Look, a claw, hammer and chisel. I think the sledgehammer is going to be more effective. Yes. Look at that pile. Console Extraordinaries. Something like the bottom ones, bottom left are early things. Jennings's, I think they are. Yeah, there's a lot of nice stuff in that photograph. So I'll have to try and have a rummage around, or maybe someone else can if they've got the time, on the whatever the US government website is. And these are probably available, I should think, without copyright splattered all over them everywhere. And then I can have better copies of them and I can stick them on the website. What was this? Oh, something else David found me. Just a bit of text about it, but perhaps try and zoom into this a bit again if I can. Quite nice, the bargain, the Mills Bargain Centre. $69.50 each. If I do that, there we go, that's a bit better. Yeah. We've got there War Eagles, Castle Fronts. Lots of bursting cherries. Nice. Mills Bargain Centre. That's quite good. I don't know what it is, come from out of some leaflet or something. This stuff I'll put up on the website in the next few days, all this stuff. In the old cup of tea section. So you can have a better look and a read of it. Let's just zoom back out that one so I can get the next picture up. And then I'll say it'll be easier for you to get to as well. Oh, it's already zoomed into it for me, typical, after I've gone to all that effort. Never mind. So across the back there, looks like pin tables up on end. Well, there we are, back around to that Jennings Century again. So yeah, that flyer will get up. Page for that. I was going to look back at this picture again. So yeah, if anybody's got any ideas what that thing in the middle there is. Maybe a six-sided thing with a dome on the top. Look like payout cups in between the two lads there. You can just about see it looks like a payout cup. And yeah, those we got. Oh yeah, and these machines as well. I'd be interested to know what that is. Just zoom in. Sorry if I keep wanging these all about. Like that. So you can see, yeah. So that wall machine in between the two auto fruits. I can't remember. I seem to vaguely remember. Might have seen one somewhere over the years, and I might have turned up somewhere. It looks like a dial of playing cards by the look of it. Probably spins round, I presume. And something in the middle, which doesn't look like a button. That kind of red circle looks like it's a light of some sort. But I'm not sure. Not an early multiplayer snap type machine, is it? Oh, that thing in the Scarborough arcade. Don't know. Possibly. Possibly, yes. I say sorry, your comments are slightly later than I'm responding to. I've moved on to the next picture by the time I'm getting the comments through my end. Apologies for that. Rocco says, at work, but dropping in to say hi. Like the pic of the auto fruits in the arcade. I've got an early example with 2 separate front glasses instead of the big one. Oh, that's interesting. Well, you have to send me a picture of that. Great machine. Yeah. Yeah, so we're trying to find out what this thing in between those 2 auto fruits is. Then this thing behind my head, this here. Can probably increase my green screen. I could point to things, can't I? Trouble is, it's all back to front. Hang on a minute. I want to point that way. Looks like I'm doing something very rude. I'll stop doing that. This thing above my head, whatever that is, looks like a roulette wheel. Of flashy lights. Interesting. And then the next one, what was on this one? We know what they all are. We've got the index. Oh, hang on a minute. What's happened now? Just the wrong button. Free admission. Let me zoom out a little bit on that one. Something like that. We know what band it's like, don't we? Yeah. There we go. So what I'm going to try and do with these arcade pictures is I will make a separate page on the site with a map, and then we'll put pins on the map of where we've got arcade pictures of. So you better zoom into the map like a Google map, Google type map thing. So zoom into Brighton or Sheringham or wherever we've got pictures from, and then hopefully gradually fill them up with pictures of the arcades. And then when you click through to the actual picture itself, what would be nice to do, and I don't know how practical it is to do, I have to think about it, would be to kind of make the individual machines clickable, if that makes sense. So if you clicked on the Sega Continental above my head here, that'll take you to the Sega Continental page, and so on. And click on the Tutti Frutti page, take you to the Tutti Frutti page. I have to play around with that. It can be done, but it might not be the best way of doing it. It might just put a list of machines underneath or something. Then hopefully over time we can find different images over different times of the same arcades. Be nice. And do the same with amusement parks, with the rides and so on and so forth in due course. Travelling arcades, I've got some nice travelling arcade pictures to show you, which I'll do Sunday, because Adam, who sent them, is not on tonight, is busy. He'll be on Sunday night, so he asked me to save until Sunday, but they're really good. I think there's 5 or 6 different ones. There's a very nice early one, sort of wartime-ish, probably. With some nice stuff in it, good photograph. And then some later, probably 60s, 70s ones again. Yeah. And the good thing, like I was saying to him, with the travelling arcades, tend to be, from my memory of the travelling arcades, probably the same true as now, I'm not sure, is they tended to not have the most up-to-date machines in, shall we say. So you find pictures of 70s arcades, but they've still got 60s and 50s stuff in them. But I can remember, you know, not that many years ago at Cambridge Fair here in at Midsummer Fair, there being Allwins in the arcades. Back, I'll say not that long ago, it's probably 30 years ago now, but when I was old enough to buy Allwins, put it like that. So yeah, still, and they wouldn't sell them because they were taking money, but so they're quite interesting. But of course, with the travelling arcades, you can't put them on a map because they travelled. That's kind of the whole idea of them. So I'll perhaps try and list them by showman's name or arcade name, because they've usually got a name on the front of the arcade. something usually epically grand on a somewhat slightly scruffy arcade, which is all the more amusing in a way. It's the Palace Amusements or something, and it's a half a truck body with a, you know, half the side hanging off it, and a bit of canvas with a rip in it, and some knackered old pushers. It's quite funny, really. So yeah, so plans for those. It's good. People seem to be liking it, getting quite a good response, and hopefully, as we start to get more up, people will remember either seeing them and be able to give us some information on what they are, where they were, who owned them, and all that kind of stuff. And also have a rummage in their own. You've all got a box of photographs, a shoebox full of stuff under the bed, same as I have. To actually, as a good excuse to go and get that box of photographs out, sort through them, throw most of them away. They're all out of focus and got thumbs stuck in front of the lenses and all the rest of it. Wonder why you ever kept them. And actually find some half decent pictures that you can send in, and we can all have a good look at. Be good. Because this stuff's, you know, I was saying to 2 or 3 people, it's surprising how little there are. I don't know why there are. If you look at fairground photographs, if you look on the Fairground Archive, with fairgrounds, it seemed to be, to me, over the years of looking at stuff, that fairground transport, there's loads and loads of pictures of. Obviously, a lot of the people taking photographs were very into the transport. And then the rides, probably secondary, then probably the shows, then probably the stalls. You don't get so many pictures of the fairground stalls, which I quite like. I always quite like the fairground stall in games. And then arcades last. And why? I don't know. I mean, arcades were always perhaps seen as a little bit seedy. Maybe people didn't want to take pictures of them. And of course, remember, going back more than sort of 30 or 40 years or so, not everybody had cameras. Cameras were quite a luxury. And certainly the cost of taking photographs wasn't cheap. So if you did have a little box brownie or something, you'd only take however many films I had in them, 12 was it, I think. And each one was expensive and precious, so people just didn't take very many photographs. So if you're at a fair with the kids or whatever, you might take 1 photograph or 2 photographs. You're not going to take dozens of pictures of stuff like we do now, with whatever you're interested in. And if you're out, you've got your phone with you, you take 100 pictures, doesn't matter. Doesn't cost anything. So it just is peculiar that arcades, pictures of them are quite rare. And the same in America. So it's nice, you know, what few we've got, to try and get them together all in one place and try and find a way of cataloguing them and analyse them a bit, and put that history together while we've still got the chance before all of us drop off this planet and no one knows anymore. Yeah, so that's the plan. So I'm relying on you all to do your best to have a rummage around, see what you can find. And send it to me. We'll try and I'll work with people to try and get as higher resolution images as we can, bearing in mind that old photographs are usually out of focus and crap resolution to start with. So there's only so much you can do. But we'll do what we can. And I think it'll be an interesting little kind of side project, really. So yeah, so say Sunday, these other arcade pictures I think you'll find really interesting. They're nice pictures, and they'll make a good start. We don't know, I don't think we know who any of the those travelling arcades are. So just maybe somebody will know who owned them, which would be nice. Peter says, last time we went to Scarborough pre-COVID, Gillies Arcade on the seafront had half a dozen Allwins on 2p play dotted about the arcade. Can't remember what they were, but go back soon. Yeah, have a look, take some snaps of them. That's the other thing, the sections on the website, I just haven't finished building out the database to go behind it yet, to just make a note of what there is out there on site still. It's principally meant for the proper vintage arcades, like Pete Williamson's or whatever, so you can list all the machines that are in the arcade. So it will just, you know, if you're looking at a page for whatever, it will say, oh, you can go and see one of these in Peter's Arcade or Clive's Arcade or Steve Max's down in Kent or whatever, wherever there happens to be one on site. Which is nice to go and see, especially if you're trying to restore something. Just go and see how it works. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, hope you found those interesting. Keep them coming, anybody who's got any more. Zoom out again here, don't I? All right, next time I put some up, I will make them all the same size on the screen, so I don't have to keep doing this and zooming in and out things, which I appreciate is extremely annoying. I just haven't had time today to do it. But and then I'll get these up on the website, or the ones that I can, that haven't got copyright slapped all over them, in the next few days. So these things I can't really put up, but you can find them on the internet anyway. That article probably okay. I don't know what it's out of, some ancient book or trade paper or something, so that'll be all right. I'll put that up. The flyer I can put up, obviously. The Moto Champ, I'll make a page for that. That one put up again. That, unfortunately, this one of the Scarborough one is not very high resolution. It's only about 300 pixels or something, so that one's not going to be very sharp, I'm afraid. Hence, we can't really zoom right in and find out what that machine is in the middle there. But I just hope somebody might know. Oh, yeah, I know what that is. That one we've got anyway, the Basketball Champ. These ones are of Tommy's Arcade that Jim sent in. They're quite big images, fortunately, so that's nice. So as you see on here, even when I zoom them in quite a long way, they're still reasonably sharp. So I'll probably put them up in a couple of sizes to hold the big image, and then zoom into the bit we're more interested in. On those. So yeah, put it up like that, and then I can probably split that image in half, basically, and make two more out of it. Does that make sense? So you can see a bit better. So there we are. Yeah, planning on going to get a picture of anything interesting. Peter says the theatre one shows more detail if you brighten it up a lot. Yeah, I'll play around with it. See what I can do. I found one the other day. I've forgotten. I got some interesting shooting game. I must dig that one out. I don't know what I did with it. I found it rummaging around my computer. It's in the wrong folder, and I stupidly at the time didn't take it out of that folder and put it somewhere where I could find it again easily. It was like a little trailer mounted arcade with some shooting game on it and a steerer coin or something. So that's quite interesting. Yeah, so there we are. So that's all I've got to show you for tonight on those. Anything back over on the website we need to see? Yeah, so lots of bits ending this week. Don't forget, have a look through those if you want bits or coins. Stick your offers on. Some machines for sale. Have a go at those. Loads of machines wanted. Have a look at them. There we go. This week I'm around Cambridge most of the time. I'm still planning to be on Leamington, which is next Tuesday, week today, on the 11th. So if you've got anything to collect or drop off and you want to do it, Leamington's easy for you, let me know. Carrier is coming again on the, put all the dates up now, look, 14th to 16th is here next. In Lancashire on the 12th. It's in the southwest, then back to the southeast end of January. February is up in Scotland, northwest and northeast. Down the southwest, 8th and 9th, southeast, so around here, 1820, and then back up to Scotland again, end of February. March, southwest, southeast, Scotland, and southwest. So again, all over the country, all in March. And again here in April. So there you go, plenty of opportunities to get stuff either in or out of us. Just give Alan a shout, and details at the bottom there. And he'll sort you out, look after your stuff. Peter says he's off, signing off. Great night, lovely, thank you very much. I'll be off again shortly myself. Yeah. Keep up the good work. Somebody just emailed me something. Aha, Gary's just emailed me his auto fruit. Oh yeah. Funky. I'll show you that on Sunday night. I'll sort that picture out. Early version of the auto fruit. Some funky formica on it. Excellent. Thanks, Gary, for still watching. So I'll put that one up on Sunday with some other stuff as well. Now, there we are. It's just sent me a thing to say, just sent you a picture. The time delay is a bit weird. Yeah, so there we are. Have a look at those. If you've got any flyers and stuff in your collections a bit, I know lots of people have got 1 or 2 flyers. Dig them out. If you haven't got a scanner, you can always get them to me at some time. Just put them by to perhaps when you're coming here next. And I can scan them in. I've got a nice big A3 scanner now, so it would take a whole newspaper. I did it for like when I get around to taking some adverts out of old World's Fairs and coin slots and things like that. So if you haven't got a scanner, I can scan them. Not a problem. Yeah, and we'll keep on filling stuff up, finding more stuff. And put that on there like that, and going from there. So I think that's probably it for this evening. Thank you very much all. Thank you, especially if you've been sending stuff in. It seems to be going down quite well. People are liking it. So Sunday night will be the next one. I'll just stick a little message up on here. Sunday night. Next video, Sunday night, 8:05 PM as usual. More nice look at. Put that in there like that. Peter says good night. Thanks again. No problem. Who else? I think David sent me some more pictures through as well of some pinballs and things in his games room, so I'll get them sorted out for you to look at. And if there's anything else I've missed, give me a nudge. We'll go from there. Right, so I'm off. Need a cup of tea. Thanks, Jim, as well. And I will catch you all hopefully on Sunday. Anything in the meantime, ping me a message. Go and rummage in your shoebox of photographs under the bed. Better than watching the telly. And then we can all have some more things to look at. Marvellous. Over and out. See you on Sunday.